Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I am Nikma Amalia and my partner Alfat Prastawa would like to present about a set of standardized multiple choice tests. Here we would like to show you the contents of our presentations. The first is introductions, and then the anatomy of a multiple choice items, then the advantages and the weaknesses of poorly written multiple choice items, and there is to deciding when multiple choice items should be used, and measuring higher level objective with multiple choice items. The next is the varieties of multiple choice items, and the last part is the guidelines for constructing multiple choice item. For the first explanations is about the introductions of the multiple choice items or the questions that have attained the status of main testing format at global level. According to Frederick 1915, multiple choice item is a form of assessment where the respondents are asked to select one or more choices. Here are the anatomy of a multiple choice item. There are two anatomy because a standard multiple choice test item consists of two basic parts. The first is a problem or stem, and the second is a list of suggested solutions, or it can be called as the alternatives. Because the stem may be in the form of either a question or an incomplete statement, and the list of alternatives contains one correct or best alternative, or it means the answer, and a number of incorrect or inferior alternatives, or it can be called as distractors. You can see the example in the left. And the next slide about the advantages of multiple choice items. There is versatility, means that appropriate for use in many different subject matter areas and can be used to measure a great variety of educational objectives, such as comprehend the concepts and principles, then interpret cause and effect relationship, then judge the relevance of informations. And then the validity means that in general it takes much longer to respond to an easy task questions than it does to respond to a multiple choice test item, since the compassing and recording of an easy answer is such a slow process. And for reliability, the objectively scored, they are not affected by scorer inconsistencies as are easy questions, and they are essentially immune to the influence of bluffing and writing ability factors, both of which can lower the reliability of easy test scores. And the efficiency of these multiple choice items amenable to rapid scoring, which is often done by scoring machines. This expedites the reporting of test result to the students so that any follow-up clarifications of instruction may be done before the course has proceeded. For the weaknesses of poorly written multiple choice test questions, the first, that they attempt to measure an objective for which they are not well suited, and they contain clues to the correct answer, and also they are worded ambiguously because distinguish between the objective, which can be appropriately assessed by using multiple choice items, and objective, which will be better assessed by some other means. They evaluate existing multiple choice item by using commonly accepted criteria to identify specific flaws in the items. Then it is improve poorly written multiple choice item by correcting the flaws they contain, and also constructs well written multiple choice items that measure given objectives. Deciding whether multiple choice items should be used if the attainment of the educational objective can be better measured by having the student supply his response. A short answer item or essay questions may be appropriate. But if there are several homogeneous test items, it may be possible to combine them into a single matching items for more efficient use of testing time. And the last one is, if the attainment of the objective can be better measured by having the students do something, a performance test should be considered. So the measuring higher level objective with multiple choice item is that understandable because multiple choice items are frequently used to measure lower level objective, such as those based on knowledge of terms, facts, method, and principles. The real value of multiple choice item is their applicability in measuring higher level objectives, such as those based in comprehensions, applications, and also analysis. For the next slide, I will show you about the varieties of multiple choice items. There are 5 varieties. The first one is a single correct answer. The second one is best answer. And the third one is negative. The next is multiple response. And the last one is combined response. For the first varieties of multiple choice item is a single correct answer. Means that all but one of the alternatives are incorrect. The remaining alternative is the correct answer. The student is directed to identify the correct answer. You can see the example. And for the best answer of varieties multiple choice items is the alternative differ in their degree of correctness. Some may be completely incorrect and some correct, but one is clearly more correct than the others. The best alternative serves as the answer, while the other alternative functions as distractors. The student is directed to identify the best. You can see the example for the best answer. Well, for the next varieties of multiple choice items will be presented by my partner Alfat Prostowo.
Thank you, Mbak Amel, for the time you have given to me. Good afternoon, Ma'am Anggani. Good afternoon, all of my friends. Mbak Amel have explained about the 2 varieties of multiple choice items are single correct answer and best answer. And in this good opportunity, I will continue about the negative. Here, the negative is the students directed to identify either the alternative that is an incorrect answer or the alternative that is the worst answer. The negative word should be placed in stem, not in the alternative, and should be emphasized by using underlying, italic, boldface, or capitals. As we seen in the example here, which of the following is not true of George Washington? Here, the word not should be italic. Yeah, because the negative, in the negative point, we should emphasize the word not by italic. And for the best answer here is the D point. He was one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. Next, multiple response. Two or more of the alternative are keyed as a correct answer. The remaining alternatives serve as distractor. The students is directed to identify each correct answers. Here, the varieties of item can be scored in several different ways. The first by scoring on an all or none basis, and with the scoring each alternative independently, whereas the scoring on all or none basis means 1 point if all the correct answer and none of the distractor are selected, and 0 points otherwise. Whereas the scoring each alternative independently means 1 point for each correct answer chosen and 1 point for each distractor not chosen, and are commonly used as method. As the example here, which of the following is a characteristic of a virus? Yeah, both of the point A and B and D, are correct, because virus it can cause disease, and also a virus it lives in plant and animal cells. And next we are going to the combined response. Here, one or more of the alternatives are correct answer. The remaining alternatives serve as distractor. The students is directed to identify the correct answer or answer by selecting one of a set of letters, each of which represent a combination of alternatives. Here, the example. The fluid imbalance known as edema is commonly associated with 1. Allergic reaction. 2. Congestive heart failure. And the third, extensive burns. And last is protein deficiency. The correct answer is, the best answer here is E. Yeah, because we can combine all of the points start from 1 until 4 are the correct answer. Next, we are going to discuss about the guidelines for constructing multiple choice questions. Here, we should prepare a better multiple choice test item. Here there are 2 points. First is question stem construction and alternative item construction. And next, for the question stem construction, the question should be as clear and direct as possible, means avoid extraneous information, and provide as much information as possible with as few words as possible. And next, avoid negative wording if possible, emphasize if used, and also avoid trick questions that mislead or potentially deceive. And next, instruct the students to choose best answer if appropriate. And next, now what you want to test. For example, think about the competency or learning objective you want to assess, then write the item. And next, here test for only one concept or idea per questions. And next, begin the test with a few quick and easy questions. Avoid trivial details, rather test important information concepts or abilities. And last year we have to make a balancing for the difficult level of the test questions. We have to consider here for the balancing there are 4 points. First, number of easy and progressively more challenging questions should allow for separation of students. For example, A from B, B from C, and C from F. Next, easy questions test a student's knowledge. And next, medium difficult questions test comprehension. And the last, harder questions test a student's ability to apply concept and do analysis. And we are going to the second point here, the alternative items construction. The first point, avoid pattern in location and length of correct answer. And also we have to check carefully for grammatical and spelling error, especially in distractor. And next, avoid answering one questions in the test by giving the answer somewhere else in the test. And next, present alternative in logical order, means we have to consider the chronological and numerical and etc. And next, all the alternatives should be unambiguous. And next, use none of the above with cautions, means you will never know if the students knows the correct answer. And also use all of the above with cautions, means here the students need only recognize 2 correct options or 1 incorrect options. And also we have to avoid the use of absolute word, for example, always, never, all, or none. And next, all distractors should be possible. And also alternatives should be mutually exclusive and not overlapping. And in the last here, the distractor recommendation, there are 5 points. First, common misconception, common mistake, and true statement that do not answer the questions. And next, use the same technical word or phrase in the distractor as you would in a correct answer. And the last here, language and length of distractor should mirror language and length of correct answer. Here. And now we are going for the conclusion. After we have discussed about a set of standardized of multiple choice tests, we can conclude that the multiple choice item provide the most useful format for measuring achievement at various level of learning. When selection type item are to be used, multiple choice, true or false, matching, check all that apply. An effective procedure is to start each item as a multiple choice item and switch to another item type only when the learning outcome and content make it desirable to do so. And this is our reference. Okay, that's all from us. And the last we say thank you for your nice attention.